Coming up on CityView, set phasers to stun Captain Kirk beams into Austin's 4th annual ComicCon. Affordable housing, Austin gets 24 new energy-efficient units. And tree lighting, a yearly holiday tradition, continues in Austin. Hello, I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Well, how often do you get to see a government plan in action? Imagine Austin, our plan for the future, or our comprehensive plan, is in full gear, and the newest Imagine Austin project will shape where you live, work, shop, and go to school. CodeNEXT, an initiative to revise the city's land development code, aims to make the code simpler to understand and really easier to use. It also seeks to help enhance quality of life for everyone in Austin. But don't take it from us, here's what others are saying.
The rewrite of the Land Development Code is an incredible opportunity for the public to come out and help to shape what the built environment is going to look like in the City of Austin. The City of Austin is supposed to double in size in the next 20 years, and that impacts where we're going to put these people. It impacts everybody in the community, and we want to hear your voices, what you like about the current built environment, what you like about where you live, work, and play, and what you would like to see changed.
What's going to be built next to you next year could be embedded in the code. So it's very important that the community get involved, pay attention to how the code is rewritten, and make sure that what gets built next to you next year is something you want.
I came as a mom with 2 young children, and I am living out in the Canyon Creek neighborhood, which is very multicultural, and it's really a neighborhood for kids. And I just feel like the voice of parents with children who are contributing to the economy and the workforce need to have a place in this conversation as well.
I work for the Home Builders Association, and the Land Development Code really affects everything that we do. It's one of the most critical things in terms of determining what kinds of housing is built, where it's built, and the cost of that housing. Everything about Austin and where we live is impacted by the Land Development Code.
Having a better code that acknowledges the different characteristics of neighborhoods in your city, that's easier to understand, allows you to get the city that you aspire to.
To me, participation in the code rewrite is extremely important. As an architect, I'm going to implement what we decide as a community on a day-to-day basis.
Austin, get involved. This is your opportunity to speak up and get to shape where you live, where you play, where you work. So come out, make your voice heard, and let's move together and shape in Austin.
The City of Austin, along with the Anderson Community Development Corporation, recently celebrated the grand opening of Anderson Village, a new apartment complex providing affordable, energy-efficient rental units in East Austin. The property was awarded a 4-star rating by the Austin Energy Green Building Program. The $2.8 million construction project, which was completed early and on budget, demonstrates a commitment to providing affordable housing in Austin. It certainly will be a 2013 Christmas to remember for new residents who have already begun moving in.
I just came from South Austin, where at El Buen Samaritano we gave out 4,000 Thanksgiving meals today. About to go to Pan Am Rec Center, where there's another 2,000 folks getting fed a Thanksgiving meal today at lunch. The reason I bring that up is because, as you all know, there's still tremendous need in our community. These 24 units will go a long way for some very needy families and individuals who are needing that affordable housing component in their lives.
And from folks with a new home to new items on the council agenda, it's time for a council update.
Council approved an ordinance amendment relating to the delegation of public education and enforcement responsibilities concerning the feeding of deer. This amendment will promote the council's objective to implement all recommendations made to the Public Health and Human Services Committee by the Austin Animal Advisory Commission Deer Working Group. Council also authorized funding for the Salvation Army to continue the Safe Sleep program at the Downtown Pathways Shelter. With this funding, the shelter will be able to provide financial assistance to help homeless single women find housing and pay for increased staff and operations. The funds allocated for this program are provided by a grant from the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs. And the City Council executed an agreement with Umlauf Sculpture Garden and Museum to continue the maintenance and operation of the garden. This extends the Parks and Recreation Department's long-term partnership with Umlauf. In 2012, the city assumed full rights and access to the Umlauf home and studio to better expand the museum and garden and protect the property from deterioration. Finally, Council authorized a service agreement for program expenses related to the Center for Child Protection. The core service provided at the center is the forensic interview, in which specially trained staff interview alleged child victims to determine the facts surrounding a case of abuse. In all, Council considered 141 items at its December 12th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting is January 23rd. For CityView, I'm Carol Barish.
William Shatner, or more famously known as Captain James T. Kirk, beamed into Austin for the 4th annual ComicCon. Mayor Lee Leffingwell was on hand to declare William Shatner Day during the opening of ComicCon. Thousands attended the convention featuring more than 35 celebrities and 200 artists.
We are at Wizard World Austin, also known as Austin Comic-Con. I am loving every second of it. I've gotten to see several of the celebrities who are really pleasant and really nice.
Austin is a great city, and people living in Austin should realize that and be very grateful to the fact that they live in a city that's wonderful.
And just walking around and talking to people, it's been an amazing experience. I am actually one of the steampunk characters from the steam engine Intrepid. My name is Aria Cross. It's based off of a steampunk character, and I just love costuming. The bigger, the better, the more outrageous, the more fun I have. I'm a costumer, and this is literally, these are my people. So I love to hang around them and just have a fantastic time.
We are an artist alley with independent writers, creators, artists selling their wares. The first series that we've made, it's a superhero story without all the teenage angst, I guess, involved. Everything from making his super suit to kind of fumbling through taglines to try to find one that doesn't make him sound ridiculous. Austin has been a really good audience for us. We're local, we live here, and so we wanted to share it with people in the community where we're at. They've been really good, and it's well received here. Biggest tip is just to kind of follow your dreams and do it. If you have an idea, you can turn it into something. You just have to find communities of people either in person or online who are like-minded and want to help you do it and want your help. Some artists need writers and writers need artists, and things go from there.
ComicCon is set to return to Austin on October 2nd, 2014. Well, the City of Austin Parks and Recreation Department Zilker Holiday Tree once again illuminates the Austin skyline. The community was invited to celebrate the lighting of the Zilker Holiday Tree at an event that featured food, music, and entertainment, as well as holiday messages and greetings. The Zilker Holiday Tree will be lit through December 31st from 6 p.m. until midnight nightly. That's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Our next episode premieres Friday, December 20th. Thanks for watching.